Women make up almost half of the NFL's audience, 150 million fans, and 45% of those are female. That number might surprise Cam Newton. Or maybe he doesn't care. Newton belittled a female reporter today for simply doing her job.
Devin Funchess has seemed to really embrace the physicality of his routes and getting those extra yards. Does that give you a little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of truck sticking people out there?
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes. Like, it's funny. But fun is coming along, man. We're gonna. This is a big game for him.
Charlotte Observer Panthers beat reporter Jordan Rodriguez asked that question. I've watched it a dozen times, and it's uncomfortable, uncalled for, and frankly, disgusting. Courtney Robinson, I'm going to bring you in here, because when you heard that, we've been talking about this for the last hour, but what was your reaction when you heard it?
Well, I wanted to take his size 14 foot and put it in his mouth forehead.
He should have done that himself.
It was, I mean, it really was flat out, like you said, uncalled for. And this is not about being PC. Let's get this right here, okay? Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you cannot talk about things that are stereotypically male. And I think Jordan really...
Sports or otherwise.
Sports or otherwise. I think Jordan said it best. Look at her response, where she says, I don't think me being, I'm being funny, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. This happens all too often. This is not the first time that a female journalist has been called out, treated inappropriately, whether it's sports or politics. Not the first time, but it should be the last time.
And he should issue an apology, and I'll get to that in just a second. Thank you, Courtney, for joining me. I appreciate it. Jordan approached Cam in the locker room, I should say, after the press conference in the hallway. He expressed regret for those comments, but did not apologize. And you mentioned this tweet, Courtney. She posted it. I don't think it's, quote, funny to be a female and talk about routes. I think that it's my job. A job that Jordan is more than qualified for, regardless of gender. And Newton's comments are disgraceful and they're embarrassing. I know plenty of incredibly talented female journalists that are wizards when it comes to X's and O's, but that is not the point. This isn't a male-dominated sport. College and pros, there's female referees, there's female coaches, and we're long removed from the days where sports reporting was a male-dominated profession. This is ignorance and sexism at its roots, and maybe a glimpse into the deeper issue with the league and its players' perception of women, especially when it comes to domestic violence. Cam's nickname is Superman. Well, I guess Superman forgot that Lois Lane was his equal, not intellectually inferior.